All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the latest and the greatest episodes of the history of the airplane show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted pilot tonight. We're going for a little bit of a different angle. That way you guys can see all the magic in its workings. We're going to have both throttles working. We're going to have our speed brake here. We're going to use our hat switch for flaps, just because there's no D-dent on these other settings here. It's just really smooth the whole way. Now, if you are not familiar with Say Intentions, that is what we're going to be using for ATC. It's all AI. Here's the app that is available. So this is on my iPad. So pretty much I'm going to be using this off screen for a lot of the communications, especially for the CP DLC system. And then we can also do some stuff with GSX with this as well. But mainly this is going to be for comms and frequencies and all that. That way I can respond and all that. So I just wanted to show you that up front. We are sitting here in Denver International Airport with the very beautiful pink and checkerboard flavored Southwest 738, 737-800. This is based on a real flight. Let me, because you know we like to nerd out on this shit, so let me show you. So here's the flight from the 31st, Denver to Bozeman. Okay, Southwest 4219. Here's the tail number for it. November 8315 Charlie. 8 Charlie 42. That's where we're sitting at. About an hour and 40 minutes. We're gonna get up to about 30. Well, this went to 30,000 feet. I think we're going to go to 36,000, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what our flight plan has. So I do have checklists activated with this, so we should be able to tell our co-pilot to, you know, put on the navigation. I mean, put on like taxi lights, you know, flaps 10, that kind of thing. This is a really good automated system that they have from Say Intentions built into this. So yeah, we're going to jump into this airplane. Before we do that, you know, we got to play our intro, even though it's like the same music that's playing right now. But yeah, hold on one second. Let's get the intro played, and then we will go ahead and get this this party started, bitch. Yes, sir. All right, so it's been a minute since we've been inside this airplane. Let's go ahead and just make sure everything's okay with our setup here. All right, let's see here, items. Okay, so that's okay. You can go return. I just want to make sure we're set up for, okay, we have service-based failure still on. Let's make sure we have, yo, what's up, Wendell? What's up, my dude? How you doing? All right, so we still have Southwest 1. That should be the right everything, but let's just double check. Okay, so fail pass, that's good. That way we can't do a Category 3 landing. Yeah, I know. Here's my face. I wanted to capture the yoke and the throttles and all that. Can't do that with my face on the screen. It's only for these kind of flights. When I go back to streaming without my setup, then you'll see my beautiful face. Y'all don't tune in to see my face. Y'all don't give a shit what I look like. I'm just a normal middle-aged fat man. I mean, I'm less fat than I was before because I've been losing weight, but I'm just a normal fat man. Yes, exactly, Wendell. That's exactly right. I know. Everybody loves my face. That's why everybody tunes in. All right, let's see here. So instrument, analog, that's fine. Heads-up display is fine. Performance improvement package. We'll do short field package as well. Single cabin is good. All right, that all looks okay. Okay, auto ignition, pressurization. Okay. Let's get some KUs up here for for all the peoples on board. All right, that's fine. And then we have Vickers and ABEX. Let's do Vickers for takeoff, and we'll do ABEX for landing. See if we can hear a difference here. All right, we should be okay with the rest of these here. Okay, we're in pounds. That's good. Pounds are good. Okay. All right, failures. We still have random failures turned on. I don't even know if using GSX is really worth it with this. I was thinking about using GSX. Maybe we'll try it for fueling, but there's really no reason to do it because we can just load everything like immediately. Yeah, maybe we'll forego GSX. That shit takes a while. All right, let's get set up here. Let's go. Let me see how much fuel we actually supposed to be using on this flight here. All right, so payload. So we're only going to be doing 15,000 pounds of fuel. So let's set this to like 5,000 pounds right now. Hang on, let me close this out. All right, 5,000 pounds there, and then let's set our payload to be empty. All right, so that looks okay. Let's go ahead and get everything started up here. Let's make sure we're connected to ground power. Should be. Ground power, okay, ground power is there. Let's get the power turned on. Put our battery switch on. All right, ground power on. Start getting our navigation system aligned. Okay, that all looks okay. We'll test those out in a moment. All right, ground power is connected. Let's get, okay, that's on steady, that's good. Get our flight plan pulled in here. All right, here we go, Southwest 4219. There's our tail number, November 8315 Charlie. Tell you what, let's get everything set up for. Yo, what's up, Scalebait? How you doing, my friend? How's your weekend been going, man? This weekend is over now, man. Shit, it's over now. Gotta go back to work tomorrow, man. I just want to hit the lottery just one time. Just one time, let me hit the Mega Millions. I'd be such a good millionaire. Like, you would not see me on one of those Discovery Channel shows years later where, you know, oh, he blew it, you know, he bought like all this bullshit. And nope, you would not see me on one of those channels. Hang on, let's just make sure we have the right coordinates here. All right, reference, let's see, the airport. Parking gates, coordinates. Yeah, I can hear you on that one, man. It's been like it's not so much the heat that gets me, it's the humidity, man. That humidity saps the life out of you. All right, so here we go. C40 through 43. So 39, 51, 8. Okay, that's where we're at. And then we should be west 104, 404. Excellent. So that's good. Now we can go back and let's here, go to menu. Let's try to get connected here. Okay, airports. We have K Denver. Here, let's put this on number 3. Yeah. Still bugging out on here. Still not, your ATC log, login status. Oh, you know what we need to do first? Actually, we need to pull our flight plan in first, I believe. Let's get our flight plan pulled in first. And then I do want to set up our backup real quick. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, you know what? Let's not even fuck around with GSX. Let's just set the payload now, the fuel, the route. Let's just do it all here. I mean, GSX is okay, but like, who really gives a fuck? All right, once this gets pulled in, we'll try to use the system here to get ATIS going. All right, so let's go to our route. Let's activate it. Now we're going to go to route 2, and we're going to do K Denver, just in case we get an engine that blows out and we have to turn around real quick or go into some sort of holding pattern. Let's set Denver for our destination as well. Let me see what are the active runways right now for Denver. I'm in Navigraph right now looking at ATIS on here. Let's see if it comes, runway, weather. All right, so currently they have departure and arrival runways. All right, so let's get that updated here. So they are currently using, I don't really see any. We'll just use 34 left. Departure, and we're gonna do arrival. 34 left. And let me take a look at the chart here. 34 left. Approach. Yeah, well, yes, I guess today we are kind of blocking the face. No, I wanted to be able to have the yoke and the throttles and all that showing up, and I can't really do that when my face is on there. So yeah, we're kind of omitting the face today a little bit. All right, so let's see here. So we have Kaler. All right, we'll do Kaler. All right, so let's go back to the route and let's save that. All right, and let's look at, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that on this tablet here. Let's go here. Let me pull the actual flight plan in here real quick. I just want to see if there's I think we can maybe go down to like Colorado Springs or something like that for like a holding point if we need to. Let's see what's kind of close to here. Yeah, there's Kappa. We'll just say FQF. We'll just go back there if we need to. So let's put in FQF. Again, this is just for backup. Like, I don't really plan on doing this, but all right, so there we go. So the backup route 2 is done. Let's go to route 1. Let's get our departure plugged in here. So we have 34 left. And then we have a D draft. All right, and then for the arrival, we're gonna do LOSST 1. And then we have RNAV-Z runway 30. And we are coming in using the GARNT. Okay. So now that our route is done, we can leave the vectors in there. Oh, you know what? Hang on. We can get rid of that. Let's go click on GARNT and pull that up there. Okay. That's done. Let's see if we can do ATIS now or get a hold of this. If we can't, we can't. And yeah, see, we still don't have a... Oh, here we go. Okay, so the ATC center, is it KUSA? Let me see here. Usually it's KUSA with, say, intentions here. Let's see here. Yep, CPDLC is KUSA, so let's plug that in. See if we can log in here. Oh wow, no network key. That is really strange. I wonder why there's no, should be a network key. You know what? Last time I had to do this, that's right, I remember this. I had to like turn it off and then turn it back on. It was really a pain in the ass. Let's see if this fixes it. If not, we'll just use the tablet. All right, let's try this now. While that's working, let's get this put on nav. That's already on nav. Let's get the APU turned on. Whether that works or not, I don't really give a shit. All right, APU should be starting to kick on. All right, it says ready. Still no, all right. Let's see if we can do an ATIS thing here. All right, ATIS uplink. Unable to provide. All right, fuck it. We'll just do it on the app real quick, like I showed you in the very beginning. All right, open airport. Let's see here. So we have currently ATIS is okay. Information pop-up. So we have information pop-up. Band is C42. All right, let's see here. ACAR's network response is okay. Pre-departure clearance. All right, we're waiting for our pre-departure clearance. Let's see if they'll... All right, now I just got it on my tablet. Let's see if it'll do it here. I don't think it will. Okay, stand is C42. All right, ATIS is Papa. All right, while that is doing its thing, let's get the APU activated here. APU bleed on. Cleared to Bozeman departure, climb via SID, departure 120.8, squawk 2645, expect runway 34 left. All right, we can say Wilco to that. You know, I got all kinds of filters turned on. Let me turn these filters off for now. I got these Reaper filters that I typically use. I still got those turned on, but we can leave those on for now. All right, window heat, let's turn that on. Let's make sure we have power from the APU generator. Yep, we do. All right, that works. That works. Okay, stall 1 works. Stall 2 works. Let's turn on this mask boom switch here so we can have people in our cabin that we hear. All right, that looks good. Let's get the yellow dampener turned on. Okay, cabin utilities, passenger seat, that all looks good. All right, let's arm the emergency lights. Okay. All right, everything looks good. Let's get ready to contact ground and get clearance. We'll do our landing altitude a little bit later. Actually, before we do anything, let's make sure our route looks okay. So we're going to go into map. I'm sorry, we're going to go into flight plan. Yeah, let's see if we got an okay here. Data log. Yeah, see, it sent, but for some reason it has trouble recognizing say intentions. Whatever it's called, the link, not the link, but it just has trouble recognizing it in the system here. That's a good thing about having the app over here on the tablet, is that I can pull it up anytime now. All right, so our flight looks good. That's all done. Get our departure clearance here. So we have departure 2996. Let's get that set up. We're almost ready to push back here. Let me get our frequency plugged in here. So let's see here. We have 2645. Let's put this one above. That looks fine. Okay, it's currently on transponder. This back on here. Go up here to actions. All right, so fuel, this should be okay. Let's see here, ground services. Well, we can actually release the ground cart. Let's release that now. Okay, let's put in 15544. We have 110 people. Let's get that updated. 3402 and 4249. Okay, so that's all done. Let's come over here now. Let's go to initialization. Let's do performance initialization request. And let's also get our takeoff data. Runway 34 left. Import weather, calculate, load. All right, and then according to our flight plan, how much fuel are we going to be using here? right at 15,000, so let's put that in there. Here, 15. Okay, that looks fine. Cruising altitude. What? 1 second. Pretty sure it's 36,000 feet. Let's see here. Yeah, 36,000 is what they have us going up to. That was weird. But they had that all the way up there. All right, now we're at 36,000. That's good. Okay, still got to pull our wind data in. We'll do that in a moment. So right now we have a selected temperature of 48. Regular takeoff. So let's get 48. Put in here. So the takeoff, let's go to the second page. The runway slope is pretty much 0, so we can just put in 0 for the slope. Wind is variable by 5, so we'll just say 010 by 5. Flaps are going to be flaps 5. Center of gravity. V speeds. Okay, so we are good now for pushback. Let me get clearance from the tower. Let's find out what frequency they on. Weird, it's not showing that. Denver ground, southwest 4219, requesting push and engine start.
Southwest 4219, push and start approved, tail northeast.
All right, so tail northeast would mean that's a good question. Which way we're facing northeast now, so the tail would have, so we're gonna have to go that way. Okay. Let's get our pushback machine here. We'll just do pushback from PMDG. So let's remove the wheel chocks.
All aircraft be advised, information India is now current, altimeter 29904.
Park and brake on. Park and brake is now on. Return. Pushback. Turn the nose. We'll say nose to the left.
Below, below.
Go ahead.
Beacons on, brakes released, clear to push, tail right.
All right.
Copy that. Clear to push, tail right, release brakes.
So released.
Brakes released.
Ground 1320. Request pushback and engine start. Push and start approved, tail leads. United 13.
All right, you gonna start pushing us? Still don't know why it's all checkerboarded out. That's it's still like, I don't know why that is. All right, are you gonna start pushing us? What's going on, buddy? I don't even see a cart anywhere.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Beacons on, brakes released, clear to push, tail right.
Copy that. Clear to push tail to the right. Release the parking brakes, please.
Get released, bitch. Let's go.
Brakes released.
All right, if that doesn't work, we'll try say intentions, which it doesn't look like this might work here. So for pushback, we need to be on 119.99. So let's get that set up. All right, let's cancel this here. We never tested any of this. Let's test this real quick. Let's see. Test. All right. All right. Very good. All right. Let's put on 119.9 and request pushback. Request pushback.
Roger, stand by for pushback.
Turn the flight directors on. If not, we'll just use slew mode. If nobody wants to play with us, we'll just do slew mode. Can somebody just come and play with us? All right, you know what? Cancel pushback. We're just going to do slew mode.
Ground to flight deck, roger, pushback canceled.
All right, let's see here. Frequency. So ground, we need to get back in. That's 120, 135. All right, let's just do slew mode.
Airspeed live.
Airspeed. All right, we'll get our trim set after we turn the engines on. So let's turn on number 2.
Delta 1553 ready to taxi. Delta 1553 runway 25 taxi via Alpha Sierra Lima Alpha Alpha Golf. Runway 25 taxi via Alpha Sierra Lima Alpha Alpha Golf Delta 1553.
All right, engine number 2 is starting up nicely. Cool livery Southwest has. All right, let's turn on number 1. Fuel in. Oh, let's get our parking brake put back on. All right, engines are doing their thing. Let's get the generators turned on. Make sure the generators are getting power before we disconnect the APU. Okay, looks good.
American 3023, give way to the Frontier Flight 320 Neo on your left.
All right, APU
We'll give way to
off.
the Frontier Flight 320 Neo, American 3023.
Max, turn on the taxi lights, please.
Sure thing, Greg. Turning on the taxi lights.
Set flaps 5, please.
Setting flaps to 5 now.
Trim is 455. All right, trim is set. Verify takeoff speeds. We got 141 for V2. But not for V2. Yeah, 141 for V2. Okay, so let's just set that 10 higher. Engage LNAV, DNAV. Put the chart back up here for. All right, we are pretty much ready to go. Actually, yeah. Let's lock the door. It worked. And let's see here. CPDLC. Okay, so that's up. And let's get clearance for taxi. Denver ground, Southwest 4219er, requesting taxi clearance to runway 34 left.
Southwest 4219, runway 34 left, taxi via Purple Charlie Sierra Hotel Alpha Alpha Whiskey Alpha.
Copy that. Taxi via Purple Charlie Sierra Hotel Alpha Alpha Whiskey Alpha, Southwest 4219. Elise, if you can prep the cabin for takeoff, we're beginning our taxi now.
Cabin is being prepared for takeoff now.
All right, brakes off. Let's just make sure that our individual throttles work. All right, and our speed brake works.
Southwest 36, taxi departure via Mike 6, Mike Charlie Sierra Kilo Purple.
Now, I didn't check the filters before we started tonight, so when we're climbing, you may not hear some sound.
Ground Skywest 6041, taxi to the ramp. Skywest 6041, taxi departure via Papa 7, Echo Charlie Bravo Sierra Kilo Orange.
But I don't want to risk.
Echo Charlie Bravo Sierra Kilo Orange
I don't want to risk it tripping the sound or becoming too like too out of hand, like the limiter and all that. So I like keeping the filters on. Surprised there's no little dots for us to follow today. Usually there's like these little dots everywhere. Oh, there's our dots. Southwest 4219 transitioning to hotel.
Southwest 4219, negative, taxi to runway 34 left via Purple Charlie Sierra, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
I was giving you
Alpha.
an update on where I'm at, buddy. There's hotel right here.
Southwest 1879er, cross runway 17 right. Cross runway 17 right, Southwest 1879er.
No idea why this livery is. It's every livery with say intentions. Not say, every livery with PMDG is like this now. I don't get it. Something's missing. Something's missing with the artwork.
Pushback approved. Roger, pushback approved. Links 3583.
Southwest 4219 currently on hotel, heading to runway 34 left.
Roger, pushback approved. American 2023.
Negative. Taxi to run. You guys are morons. We're supposed to let you know where we're at. I'm telling you where I'm at, and you're telling me negative. Negative, Ghost Rider. That pattern's full. I just won't give you any more updates. That's fine. Actually, you know what? We can just tune to the tower anyways. Let's just do that. And I'm going to give the comms to Max on takeoff. Max, will you handle the comms for takeoff, please?
Sure thing, Greg. I'll handle the comms for takeoff.
Alright, here's Bravo Sierra. I started watching Game of Thrones again recently. That's a really good show. Like the first 4 or 5 seasons. I forgot how good that show is. I used to think a lot of the naked chicks were like really good. But, oh, wait, we got something. What? We got an alien. Oh, we just missed it. Damn it. I saw it out of the window. I was like, they're right about this this airport. There's a lot of shit that goes on here that we can't explain. You can kind of see it. Oh, never mind. Those are just lights, I think. But yeah, when I first watched Game of Thrones, I thought those girls, like a lot of the naked chicks, were so hot. Now that I watched it again, I'm like, ooh, they're not really that good looking. It's okay though. My favorite naked scene is when Cersei had to walk down the street. Shame! 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 song sounds familiar.
Southwest 2842, runway 34 right, winds 310 at 5, clear to land.
All right, let's test our system here. Okay, that works. That works as well. All right, we should be coming up on, yep, getting ready to pull up on runway 34 left.
United 347, hold short of runway 17 right.
Turn the runway lights on, please.
Hold short of 17 right, United 347.
Turning on the landing lights for you, Greg.
I guess it doesn't work like it used to. Used to be able to just give them the command and they would turn all the lights on. Denver Tower, Southwest 4219, are holding short runway 34 left, ready for departure.
Southwest 4219, Denver Tower, runway 34 left, winds 120 at 10, gusting 18. RNAV and CATA, cleared for takeoff. Runway 34 left, RNAV and CATA, cleared for takeoff, Southwest 4219.
All right, so if we're taking off, 11,000 is our minimum, so we can't cross 11,000 first. So let's put in 11,000 right now. Oh, wait a minute. Is that still trim? Oh, I forgot I had that set. That's pretty nice. Cabin crew, take your seats for departure. Yo, what's up, Darren?
Cabin crew are taking their seats now.
All right, let's go line up. You have a pretty good Sunday, my friend. Oh, that's cool. That's St. Martin to TK. I'm not sure what TK. I'm looking at the chat. I'm not even looking at where I'm going. But that's cool. Hopefully it was a fun flight. What kind of airplane did you fly? Did you fly like a jetliner, or did you fly like a PC-12 or? Dude, you're going to bed already, man. Isn't it like it's like 5 o'clock where you are? Oh, the CRJ 700. That's cool. What time is it where you're at? Isn't it like 7 o'clock or something like that? Okay, so same time as here. Okay. All right, man. Well, I hope you have a good sleep. All right, lining up on 34 left. Traffic coming down the pipe. Line up and get out of here.
Approaching runway 34 left.
I don't know, dude. That's that's how PMDG has their colors now, I guess. I don't know. It's been like that for weeks with their airplanes. Every livery is like that.
900 feet.
All right, let's give it some juice.
United 347, hold short of runway 17 right. Short of runway 17 right, United 347.
All right, engines look good. All right, toga power set. Auto throttle is armed.
Airspeed a lot.
Oh, I didn't start recording this.
80 knots.
Oh well, it is what it is. I'll get skydolly set up, I guess, for landing.
Rotate.
Yeah, happy flying. Thanks, Darren.
Great.
Hope you have a good night. Gear up.
We're holding short of runway 34 left, ready for departure.
No, Max. We're actually in the air, you dumbass. Landing gear locked.
Southwest 2842, contact ground on 121.35.
Altitude reporting is on.
121.35 from ground, Southwest 2842. Southwest 4219, contact departure. Contact departure, Southwest 4219.
All right, let's put the autopilot on.
Departure, Southwest 4219. Good afternoon at 7,000. Southwest 4219, Denver departure, radar contact, maintain present heading, direct and auto enabled, then on course. Maintain present heading, direct and auto enabled, then on course, Southwest 4219.
Thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas, thank you, buddy. I like the pink wings too. They're very gender neutral. Yeah, I think they're great. It's a good DEI airplane. Maybe that's why they have it. All right, now that we're taking off, let's get rid of data. Let's put on airports. Let's switch this to this view, and let's zoom out a bit in case we need to find a new airport to land at. Once we level off at 11,000 feet.
Southwest 4219, contact Denver Center on 126.5.
I think it is exclusive.
Contact Denver Center on 126.5.
I don't know why they have it, actually, to be honest. I don't know why. It's been like this now for weeks now. Every livery I have with PMDG.
10,000 climbing via Dart 1.
Every livery I have from PMDG
Southwest 4219,
has that.
Denver Center. Good afternoon, bright
I have no idea why.
904, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Max, I'll handle the comms.
Denver Center, good afternoon. All right, Greg, you're in charge of the comms now.
All right, once we get past this waypoint,
JetBlue 956.
all right, flaps up all the way.
And 10 miles opposite direction.
Go to 16,000 feet.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for choosing Southwest Airlines, and we hope you enjoy your flight. Dear guests, we are now cruising at a comfortable altitude. Cabin crew will begin our snack and beverage service shortly, featuring some of our popular items like the Southwest Airlines signature pretzel bites and refreshing beverages. After the service, selected items from the Southwest Airlines shop will be available for your convenience. Thank you for flying with us.
Yeah, for some reason, we got a good pink livery. I have no idea why. I have no idea. It's been like that for a little while now. It's been like that for a few weeks. I tell you what, let me play with the filter here real quick. Let me just put on reefer. build this really quickly. Yeah, I don't know if it's with all of PMDG or not, but it's only on this airplane, like the 738, the DC-6, and the 777 work just fine. But for some reason, yeah, it's been like this for a little while now. I don't mind it. It doesn't really bother me too bad. I think it's more funny than anything else, especially when you're sitting back here and like it's all.
71 Golf, climb flight level 320. Flight level 320, SkyWest 571 Golf.
Yeah, this is old plane, that's right. Right, DEI Airways. All right, everything looks good here. Let me reset that one filter now that we're.
49 out of flight level 230 climbing.
Get open plugin. So I use these Reaper VST filters on OBS to try to get rid of a lot of the hiss from the air and the bleed air and all that. But the labor of love, sometimes I don't even really think we need it because of Boris, but
Southwest 1232, climb and maintain flight level 240.
all right, let's go up to 26,000 feet. Back into VNAV. Yeah, exactly. I used to like Richard Simmons on the on Howard Stern. He was funny as shit on Howard Stern.
Denver Center, United 335 at flight level 350. United 335, Denver Center, roger.
You know what? Let me take these filters off and just see what it sounds like now without any of these filters on. Because Boris is usually pretty good. Actually, I kind of like it without the Boris filters. All right, that works. You just got to be careful of the jump in noise when I go outside. Let me see how loud it is outside. Oh yeah, yeah, that's really loud.
Delta 1553 out of 17,000 for flight level 200.
All right, standard pressure.
Delta 1553, good afternoon, sir.
Standard pressure there.
Southwest 4219, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Southwest 4219.
United 335, loud and clear.
$36,000 set. All right, yeah, that's still too loud. Let me get these filters put back on.
Frontier flight 2349, climb and maintain flight level 280, report level. Out of flight level 270 for flight level 280.
One of these days, I'm going to do a
349.
stream where I go over these Reaper filters that I'm using. It's really difficult to capture it and show it on screen at the same time, so it's
Southwest 1232, climb and maintain flight level 280, report level. Leaving flight level 270 for flight level 280, Southwest 1232.
all right. So that looks pretty good. Let's go to the gate function. Drop that down a little bit. Let's go to the compressor.
American 3023, climbing flight level 200.
Drop that down a little bit as well. And the other comp. inside and see how loud this bitch is. Okay, that's not too bad.
American 323, continue climb flight level 240.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know if it's a corrupted file, but it's like every livery, it's got this checkerboard thing. It's been like this for a while now too. Like I've updated it since then. Like I've gone through a couple of updates.
Level 190.
For some reason.
Level 200. Southwest 1281, good afternoon, sir.
All right, so let's now go to our arrival. Let's get this plugged in here. So we have lost one, that's going to be pinned. Approach right now, I'm planning on RNAV Z, runway 30. And airport, we'll pin that one as well.
Out of flight level 200 for flight level 240, Delta 1553.
We are. Whoa, why are we so slow? What's
Frontier
our,
flight 2349, climb and maintain flight level 320.
what's our speed supposed to be here?
Frontier flight 2349.
Seven six? Yeah, 7.6 is supposed to be our 0.78. Okay, so 0.78 is supposed to be our cruising. Now, did I get? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I actually pulled in our weather. Actually, let me see here.
Southwest 1281, climb and maintain flight level
Nope, I didn't.
240, report level.
All right, while that's doing that,
Flight
what's
level
our
240,
landing
Southwest
altitude here?
1281.
Approach elevation's about 4,400 feet.
Frontier flight 1582, climb and maintain flight level 280, report level. Out of flight level 260 from flight level 280. Frontier flight 1582.
All right, that's done, and then let's get in anti-ice. We'll say 25,000 feet, and then 1,000 feet as well.
United 2860, roger.
Hey, that's interesting. We have flap speed now. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Very cool. right, almost at cruising altitude.
Delta 1553, climb and maintain flight level 280. Leaving flight level 250 for flight level 280, Delta 1553.
That all looks okay. All right, almost at 36,000 feet.
Southwest 1281, climb and maintain flight level 280. Flight level 280, Southwest 1281.
This up to Mach 7.8. Put this in VS mode. Ground speed is 405, so 3% would roughly be about 2,000. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good thing there's like transponders and things to track the airplane. Yeah, because a lot of times if you crash, yeah, you are in the middle of nowhere. Yep. That is very true. Happens all the time, man, with those, like that Malaysia flight. Like, how do you just lose a flight? Like, how does it just disappear over water? It just disappears off radar. It's almost like it went through a portal or like another dimension or something like that. We are at cruising altitude.
Legion 667.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached cruising altitude, and the seatbelt sign has been turned on. You are now free to move about the cabin. Please remember to keep safety in mind as you do so. Thank you.
I'm sure there's actually, yeah, there's a couple of flights like that, especially like over the Bermuda Triangle, like that shit that happened like years and years ago. Let's see, 0.78 is our there we go, top of descent, 240 some miles. All right, while we are up here, no descent path after subney. Let's look at that. That might be where we have vectors.
American 2023, 17,000, climbing flight level 200. American 2023, roger, good afternoon.
Doesn't make sense. Let's look at our chart here. All right, so we have Garnt. Okay, so that's during our approach. Do we have any kind of, let's see here, so we have subney. Okay, so that all looks fine. Do we have a required navigation performance on this? Nope, See a required navigation performance anywhere? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so we have a required navigation performance of 0.11. All right, let's get our altitude for landing set here. So we have, say, roughly 4,500. All right, so we got 4,500. Now let's go ahead and set our heads-up display for landing. So according to this, we have, oh, you know, it'll show it actually here. It'll show the info on one of these here. Runway 30. Okay, so the elevation is 4469, so let's get that updated first. The runway, we have 4469 for
Southwest 1956 with you,
height.
16,000 for flight level 200.
And runway length is 8983, so let's get that updated. So 8993. Okay, so we have our height and length now. Let's set this to instrument and then backup will be, and we'll do visual since we're doing an RNAV more than likely. Now, as far as frequencies go, we have a frequency for the airport. I don't think we do. Runway 30. Yeah, I don't see a VOR station here. Oh, we do have a VOR. 112.4. Okay. So let's set that. 112.4. Excellent. That's all done. Alternate destination is Billings. We have that as well. Okay, that looks okay. Get some rough landing information plugged in here. Runway 30. Flaps, we'll say flaps full since it's a short runway. The air conditioning is on. Anti-ice is off. Okay, and landing en route. We'll say auto brakes, no reversers, normal conditions, we rep +5. Air conditioning is on. That's about where we were at just now, 145, and they're at 150 with adding 5, so that's cool. I don't know what's going on with Bermuda Triangle. I like to actually think that it's just like some sort of dimension that you get sucked into. I like to think that it's like some magical dimension that you just get sucked into, and that's why your airplane just disappears. Maybe that's maybe the old city of Atlantis is under there and it just sucks the airplanes down there. I think we live in a simulation. I think that could very well be a real thing. We actually live in like a Matrix style simulation. I think that very well could be. Could be. Could be that somebody's controlling us, kind of like in the Matrix, where we're just batteries for the robots. You never know. Something like that could be happening here. We could be. What was that?
Southwest 4219, contact Denver Center on 133.175.
For a small snack, Captain?
Hang on. Yeah, I'll take a Mountain Dew. Max said he wants a Mountain Dew as well.
Denver Center, United.
Yeah, I think we could be.
Bring 2 Mountain Dews to the flight deck now.
You know, like Horton Hears a Who, how we're like just a speck of dust, like just on a glob of water on a leaf, and that's our whole universe. Like, I mean, what if that is like some real shit? Contact Denver Center 133.175, Southwest 4219.
United 1382, Denver.
Good afternoon, Southwest 4219 with you, flight level 360. Yeah, I think some shit like that could really be happening.
Southwest 4219, Denver Center, good afternoon.
It's just strange that there's like nobody else in the universe that, like, we're the only planet that's alive. We can't see. There's just a lot of really weird things. How much technology has increased over the last, say, 100 years. And then also, like, if you go back to like old times, like all the people that they prayed to, and the structures they built, there was no way that they could have built some of that shit without some sort of higher intelligence, especially those pyramids. And a lot of the ruins, like the Aztec ruins and Mayan ruins, and you know, it's just, I don't know. We couldn't build a pyramid today as symmetrical as theirs are. I don't know. There's some weird shit that goes on out there. But yeah, you know, I did say I wanted to change our hydraulics to Vickers or to ABEX on the way down. Let me get those changed. Not that we could really hear anything on the way down, but all right, those are updated. Taxi. Yeah, I don't know why we can't use. See, I really don't want to use VATSIM. I like using. Just don't know why we just have so much trouble with say intentions all the time, just connecting to these systems. It sucks, man. Let's try this again. Let's turn this off.
Captain, we're on our way with those Mountain Dews now. Should be there shortly.
1278, descend and maintain flight level 270. 70, United 1278.
Yeah, see, ATC network none, ATC status none. And I'm thinking we need to use KUSA because that's what it shows for say intentions. For the CPDLC system, but last time I did this, when I put in the airport, like I just put in Bozeman for the ATC center. Let me try that actually. Let's try KBZN and see if that changes it. I don't think it's going to change anything here, but yeah, it's not going to change anything. If I use VATSIM, it'd be perfectly fine. I just don't get why Stay Intentions just has so many issues with these kind of systems. It has our code here. It's in there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Very strange that there's nothing in on the South Pole. I know it's like super like cold, but sometimes I like to get on Google Earth and like zoom in on the Antarctica or in the South Pole. I like to like zoom like way in and just see if I can spot like any like weird caves or. But there's like some Bill Gates type shit going on out there, like in the like when you go past Chile, down like past South America, and you keep on going to the tip of like Antarctica down there. Like there's a lot of like research stations, and maybe one of these days we'll take a helicopter or something like that and just fly around the South Pole and just see if we can find any buildings out there. Yeah, there's definitely some shit going on around the world. I still think that we're partly in a simulation. Like I just don't see, you know, like how a lot of this shit could be real. You know, we make electricity in our body. You know, we generate a certain amount of heat. Like I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. I just don't know if reality is real. Like, what is real? Isn't that what Morpheus said? What is real? How do you define real? You're like, you know what, Morpheus? That's a pretty good point. What is real? Take this blue pill and I'll show you real. Okay. Or maybe it was a red pill. The passenger noise, if you hear it, that's from Boris audio. You can turn it on or off.
Maintain flight level 240.
Up here, you can turn it on or off. Ooh, let's put our pro heat on. Yeah, if you come up here, you can turn it on or off with this button here.
Contact Salt Lake Center on 124.35.
You know, I've seen bits and pieces of that documentary from Will Smith. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Get my name out your mouth, Will Smith. Get my name out your mouth. Contact Salt Lake Center 124.35 Southwest 2419. Good afternoon, Salt Lake Center, Southwest 4219, with you, flight level 360. Kind of want to make this a little bit darker.
Southwest 4219, Salt Lake Center, good afternoon.
Make it a little bit later in the day. Wow, that is so big. Why is the print so big? Jesus. All right, so they do have us on runway 30. That's good. Top of descent's about 20 minutes. Sky West, Salt Lake City is scheduled. Okay, live map. Nothing there. Checklist, okay. Tomorrow we're going to be flying the MD-11. If you guys missed it last night, I was giving a little tutorial on how to set up the automation for the co-pilot. You know, like how to say, like, you know, how to set it up where you say flaps 5 and they'll do flaps 5 or, you know, certain lights and things like that. Pretty. If you missed it, it's pretty simple. You just go up to options. Go up to tools, go to behaviors, right, and then just highlight the button you want to interact. So let's say we want to do this taxi button. Just highlight it. Do Control G, and then it gives you the name. card ID and the value for it. So if we were to turn that on, this value would go from 0 to probably 100. Let's see here. Yep. A lot of this is already set up from PMDG, Insane Intentions. It didn't work very well today, but usually it works pretty well if you have the co-pilot do certain things. Like you can't have him do altitudes. I don't think. Let me see. Set heading 355, please. I don't think he'll do it.
Setting heading to 355 now, Greg.
Yeah, see, he'll repeat it, but he doesn't actually do it. So there might be something wrong with this airplane, not only because of the pink livery on the outside, but because even Insane Intentions is not working properly. Like before, it was all pink when it was just a regular color. You could say that, and he would switch it to whatever you wanted. Even today, when I was trying to get him to do the flaps, he wasn't doing it. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be flying a FedEx flight from Memphis to Miami in the MD-11. I was thinking about doing that flight the other night, but you know, like some of these nights when I get done from work, man, I just don't feel like some of these nights, man. I just been like turning the lights off. I had these LED lights on my desk. I just put those lights on. I lean back. My chair, my office chair is one of those gaming chairs, but it's got a footrest and it reclines back. Not the chair I'm in now, because it's got wheels. So if I was to use that chair, I'd be like, every time I hit the rudder pedals, I'd be like sliding backwards. But yeah, I just been like putting my feet up, just eat some dinner, and then just fucking chill. And before I know it, it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, man, I'm ready to go upstairs and go to sleep. I don't feel like flying. Like, yeah, you gotta take care of myself. You gotta take care of yourself. If you don't do it, nobody else will. Oh yeah, I forgot we have a headphone mode. That's interesting. Completely forgot about that. There's our heads-up display. I thought I had a camera setting for heads-up display. Don't I have that set up? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So since we put it in visual mode, that's why like we don't really see a whole lot of stuff around here. If we were to put it, and you can even see it says VMC for visual mode. If we were to come down here again and change this to like back to primary. Now see all the stuff that's around it now? And that really, like if you're gonna use this for landing, that could get in the way. You don't need all this stuff on the side. You know, for landing, you just need to make sure the reticle is lined up where it needs to be and you have the info you need. And then if we were to move this to instrument view, very similar to visual mode. Not a big fan of the heads-up display during landing. When I land with any airplane, really, I try to just treat it like a video game. I try to keep the little dot here in the center. I try to keep that centered the whole time. And as long as I'm paying attention and I'm not looking at chat, I try to do a really good job of keeping the vertical indicator centered up where it needs to be. Oh, you know, we never set our traffic to below. Let's set that for below, just in case we have to start descending. All right, we should be beginning our descent here pretty soon. Yeah, we got about 100 miles till top of descent. Boy, it is raining like the son of a bitch outside right now. Let me look at my weather. But once these storms pass, that should be about it. And I got picked for jury duty coming up later this month, man. I kind of want to do jury duty. I've never done it before, but man, I don't really want to miss work. Like, I like working. As crazy as it sounds, I actually like my job. It's a bit of a pain in the ass at times because I'm on the phone non-stop. But I do like what I do for a living. I like being an insurance agent. It's kind of fun. Especially with the company I work for. We have a lot of really good companies that we're affiliated with. We're getting ready to sign up Geico as well, so we'll have Geico now too, which is great. So we'll have Allstate, Progressive, Geico, Bristol West, Mercury, National General, Commonwealth, Insurance America. We'll have a lot of companies we'll be affiliated with. We got some real world shit going on tomorrow. Then I gotta go to motor vehicles and register my new car. My new old car that I got. Let me check my email account out here. But I think before I put the yoke away tomorrow, we're definitely going to do another flight in X-Plane tomorrow. I should say definitely. I really would like to do another flight. Maybe I won't do the MD-11 tomorrow then, because the MD-11 I can just use my Xbox controller for. Maybe we'll fly the Dash 8. We haven't done a Q400 flight in a little while. I also want to fly the Piper P28 that I have as well from Just Flight in X-Plane. I haven't flown that in a while. Be aware. What does it say here? I want to share my experience. What kind of experience did you have that you want to share?
United 1482, Salt Lake City Center. Good evening.
Project Hail Mary. I don't think I've heard of Project Hail Mary before. But you say it's pretty good. I'll have to check that out. Project Hail Mary. Hey Siri, what's Project Hail Mary about? Oh, that's cool. That seems like it'd be a pretty good plot. Yep, tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning. Shit. That means I gotta get up early, man. I love sleeping in on my days off. I've become really good at sleeping. Like, I don't know if that's like a thing. When you get older, man, I am like really good at sleeping now. Like, if that was an Olympic sport, I think I would be like the Michael Phelps of sleeping. Especially when it gets cooler outside and you get the fan on. Oh, man, that's some beautiful sleep right there. It's a little rainy outside, a little cold, a little dark. All right, top of descent's about 12 minutes away. We're at almost 11,000 meters. Oh, you know, we didn't set our decision height. Let's get that set up. I think it was like 3 something. A 3-hour nap during the day. Ooh, boy. That's okay with me. I would love to be able to, like, I don't even need 3 hours. I would like to just be able to, like, log out of work for like an hour and just take a nap for like an hour sometimes during the day. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that. I was late for work last week because usually in the morning when my alarm goes off, I'll set a timer on my phone for like 45 minutes or a half an hour and just lay back down for like another 30 minutes or so. But man, I fell asleep before I had a chance to hit the before I had a chance to set the timer last week. Like that never happens to me. All right, let's get this set for 344. All right, 344 is now set for our decision height.
United 1482, rate you 5 by 5.
Sabat is where we are cruising into. And then Lost, and then alright, so we still got 133 miles left until Lost. We got about 54 until we descend. Let's just let's get our wind updated for descent. We can get our QNH updated as well. Here the QNH is 2986. 13 and 2986. Alright, that's now been updated, and then for fix, I don't know if we can do, let's try runway 30. It might let us do it. Sometimes it lets us do runways. Yeah. It does. All right, we're going to do Bozeman now. ABZN. All right, then we're going to do one ring for 10 miles. And then one ring for 30 miles. Miles to the top of descent. Let's see here. How many minutes does it say we roughly have until we start descending? Salt Lake Center, good evening. Southwest 4219. We're gonna begin our descent in about 10 minutes into Bozeman.
Southwest 4219, descend via Lost 1 into Bozeman. Bozeman is currently using West operations. Altimeter 2986.
So let's set our... Now, let me see if the co-pilot will set the altitude. Max, can you set the altitude for 17,000 feet?
I can't set the altitude directly, Greg. You'll need to do that on the Macappa.
Macappa? That's, okay. Never heard it called the Macappa before, but all right. All right, let's put ourselves in VNAV mode. Well, one, I have it on say intentions, but it's also right here as well. Yeah, it says 2 and then top of descent. So we should hit it at 1:54 Zulu time in about 32 miles. But with say intentions, it actually gives me a time as well. It has like top of descent. doesn't show it here, but on the other display I'm looking at on my iPad, it has 6 minutes.
Contact Denver Center on 133.675.
Over to Denver Center on 133.675, Delta 560.
Here comes our top of descent right now, actually. As we get a little closer, we'll see on our primary display, we'll see that little pink triangle show up, and then as it gets closer and it gets to the middle, that's when we'll begin our descent. Now we do have an RNP of 0.11. We'll get that updated as we get a little closer. To update that, we just need to go into progress, go into page 4, and you can update it here, this very last line, or under legs. You should be able to enter it under here as well, which we'll do as we're descending. I think flying over the west coast of America would be a fun being for a pilot. Whether you're in a CRJ or an Embraer or a Boeing, a little private plane, I think flying over these mountains would be cool as shit. I keep on getting text messages from ATP Flight School to, you know, for pilot training, but I think I'm still too fat to be a pilot. I want to finish dropping like another 50 pounds, and then I think I'll be ready to go get my pilot's license at that point. But yeah, I'm definitely still going to be trying to get my pilot's license. That's for sure. I definitely want to get that thing. I might be the oldest pilot in history when I finally get to commercial level. It might be like 60 years old. As soon as I get it set up for an airliner, then it'll be time to retire. I'll be too old. Like, oh man, you're too old, Greg. Too old. You look young, but you're too old, buddy. You guys gotta stop. Telling me I'm too old. I'm not an old man. I can be a pilot. Stop discriminating against the old. We'll put co-pilot on VSD duties. See if our vertical display will show up here, since it's telling us we have some issues with our descent.
Salt Lake City Center, SkyWest 3925, flight level 340. SkyWest 3925, roger.
Oh, I didn't know you could do a lateral offset. That's pretty cool. That comes in handy, like especially when you're landing at what's the one in the Austrian Alps, into Innsbruck. That's offset by like 3 degrees, I think. All right, VNAV should be showing up any moment now.
3925, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 300.
We're almost on top of this.
340 for flight level 300, SkyWest.
We should see it show up here any moment. Here we go. It just showed up. Now we're beginning our descent. And then it has our required navigation and then actual navigation performance right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and are now beginning our approach to Bozeman, Yellowstone. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, fasten your seatbelts, and note that the use of the lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation.
So we have our speed brake here, and then our 2 thrusters here. This is a dead lever. I don't have that set for anything tonight. for our landing. Let me see here. That course is going to be 303. Let's get that set here.
United 1482, contact Denver Center on 133.675. Denver Center 133.675. Good evening, United 1482.
303. Wow, why would you spend all that money and do all that shit and then not take the final test? That's crazy. Dude, if I spend that much money, if I spend any amount of money.
4219, contact Salt Lake Center on 132.4.
This guy sounds like he's mad. All right, contact Salt Lake Center 132.4, Southwest 4219. Good evening, Salt Lake Center, Southwest 4219, descending into Bozeman, currently passing 3,000 feet.
Southwest 4219, Salt Lake Center, good evening.
All right, we're going to give the comms to Max so I can operate the autopilot and all that. Max, would you mind handling the comms during our descent, please?
All right, Greg, I've got the radios for our descent.
Yeah, man, why would you spend all that money on school, especially to become a pilot, and then just not take the final test? That's wild, man. Man, look how pretty this game is. Really is a pretty game. Hey man, go through all that schoolwork and then just at the last minute decide, well, you know, it's not really for me. What? That shit is crazy, man. What are you talking about? I thought I turned off the sound for all the peoples. Guess not. Keep flying with little kids. Shut up, little kid. There's no Santa, bitch. Oh yeah, I think it's a good, like, almost $100,000 from what I understand. Like I looked at getting a student loan for ATP, but I didn't qualify for it. Like, I guess I made too much money. But yeah, it's a lot of money.
SkyWest 3925, traffic 2 o'clock and 20 miles, crossing left to right.
All right, we begin our descent into Bozeman. I don't think I have anything set up to talk to the cabin. Let me see here.
Level 350 for flight level 360.
Level 2256, Roger. Good evening, sir.
Oh, I do have one for the... Let me see here. Intercom. Oh shit. I didn't realize I had that. Let me see here. My account. Controls. Channel 3 is keyboard 50.
SkyWest 3925, descend and maintain flight level 2.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Down to flight level 250, SkyWest 3925.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking from the cockpit. We're descending into Bozeman right now. It's pretty nice weather in Bozeman. We should be on the ground in about 30 minutes. We'll get you on there as safely and as quickly as possible. Again, we'd like to thank you for flying Southwest today with us. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out your door. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the captain speaking from the cockpit. We're descending into Bozeman right now. It's pretty nice weather in Bozeman. We should be on the ground in about 30 minutes. We'll get you on there as safely and as quickly as possible. Again, we'd like to thank you for flying Southwest today with us. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out your door. Thank you.
That's right, bitch. Hit like and subscribe. All right, we're doing good with speed and altitude. So if you got the PMDG 737 lineup under this MFD here, the easiest way to tell if you can do a Category 3 landing with this is if you have 3 buttons. If you have 3 buttons, it's set up for Category 3. When you're setting it up, it'll say fail pass or OP pass or something like that. I leave it on fail pass, that way we can't do a Category 3, because I don't think any of these Southwest planes in real life would do a Category 3 anyways. I don't think it would flare and roll out and do all that on its own. All right, let's see here. Descent checklist. We already got the altitude set. Actually, let's... Oh yeah, and these colors on these displays, I set those up myself. I went into the settings and set it so it's green and yellow and all that. I like that better than the normal colors. All right, recall, auto brake, put that on 3. Well, let's check it out again. Let me see here. Import weather, flaps 40, air conditioning on. All right, let's do manual brakes 2. BREF +5. Oh yeah, okay, that's not gonna work. We need... All right, I think we're gonna need to do max. Yeah, we need max setup. Shit, I would do that. I don't need to fly like for American or Delta. I could just fly, right, I could just be a crop duster, or I mean, I could do any of that shit. That would be fine with me. All right, max brakes for the auto brakes. What are you talking about? 141 parts? What, 140? I don't know what you mean by that. You talking about like 141 classes?
Leaving for 17,000 SkyWest 3925.
I'm good at dive bombing. Yeah, man. We kamikaze those crops, man. Them crops have no chance. Let me get behind the yoke on one of those airplanes, man. I'll dust the hell out of them crops. Why is station flashing? Weird. All right, let's put on data again. All right, we're doing okay vertical speed wise. We're about 13 feet high. That's okay. Let's get this set up for approach. Let's see what our pressure is again.
Skywest 3925.
2986.
Out of flight level 180 for 13,000, Skywest 3925.
Let's set 2986 up. And that way when we hit 18,000 feet, we can just click a button and it goes right to it. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, you're talking about these different parts. Is that like a video you're talking about? Yo, what's up, Denim? How you doing, my friend? I ain't seen you in a minute. I haven't been on Phil for a while. I've kind of lost interest in that bitch ever since he cucked Raw Phil. I just really lost interest in him. I know he's not doing great. I might have to check him out tonight. It's been a while since I've checked him out. But yeah, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, Scale, but I don't know. What are you talking about? Part 61 and part is that like the lesson plan, or is that how many parts it takes? You got banned again today? I gave up trying to chat on his channel. I just go to usually I just been going to Rumble lately and just doing Raw Phil on Rumble.
Southwest 4219, contact Big Sky approach on 118.975.
Contacting Big Sky approach on 118.975, Southwest 4219.
Oh yeah, I forgot I gave comms to Max. That's right.
Big Sky approach.
Yeah, we got our
Southwest
DEI
4219.
airplane.
Good evening, flight level 190, descending via LOSST 1.
Yep. Our DEI Southwest Airline.
Expect the RNAV Yankee runway 30 approach into Bozeman. And have you got information?
RNAV Yankee, that's not what we have set up. Shit.
Expecting the RNAV Yankee runway 30 approach into Bozeman, Southwest 4219.
All right, let's get that chart up. RNAV Yankee, that's a different approach. All right, departure. RNAV Yankee. All right, let's get down to 13,000 feet now. All right, what is the decision height on this now? So 418 is the decision height now. We got to get that updated. And RNP, I don't see a required navigation performance anymore. It was 0.11 on the old one, but I don't see that anymore. All right, let's get 418 set up for our decision height. Yeah, I could imagine Phil not liking that. You telling him he's got he's got plenty of support on those illegal channels. If you're watching it anywhere other than on this channel or that channel, you are watching an illegal stream. Like, bitch, shut up. I still don't believe that anybody who donated on Raw Phil thought they were donating to actual Phil. Like, that did not happen. That did not happen. All right, let's we have 13,000. Get this set up. Yeah, I still don't know what you're really talking about part 1. I'll have to Google it or look it up. Like, is part 141? Is that like how many parts it takes to get your license? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that means. That's funny though that you Denim that you told him that. That's funny, man. Yeah, he blocked me on YouTube. I can't chat with him on YouTube anymore. I tried chatting on YouTube, but he knows my channel name. Like he knows if he sees me in chat that I'm trolling him. All right, let's get our speed down to 230. Do a speed intervention. All right, let's get down to 12,000 now. Oh, that's the name of their program. Okay, that makes sense to me now. Okay. That makes sense. Where the hell are we going? Hang on. All right, we need to get to Garnt. Then we have Lever after that.
Southwest 4219, turn left, heading 360, descend and maintain 11,000 vectors for the RNAV Yankee runway 30 approach.
Left heading 360, descend and maintain 11,000 vectors for the RNAV Yankee runway 30 approach. Southwest 4219.
Left heading 360. What? Left is not 360.
Southwest 4219, expedite your descent to 11,000.
Expediting descent to 11,000, Southwest 4219.
That doesn't make any sense. All right, we are going to change our RNP just to do it. So let's put in 0.11.
Southwest 4219, descend and maintain 9,000.
Descending and maintaining 9,000, Southwest 4219.
All right, let's go down to 9,000.
Contact Helena departure on 119.5.
Going a little too fast. Let's put our speed brake out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your purser speaking. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We kindly ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts at this time. Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm just going to follow our flight plan. All right, so Lever is next. Let's get Lever up there. I change this with, oh, I can change it with my yoke. All right, very good. All right, so we are just about at 9,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Bozeman. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position.
All right, let's see if they continue to vector us. You know what? Fuck them. I'm just going to follow the flight plan.
Our assigned gate is gate A5. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Southwest 5871, contact Helena departure on 119.5. Over to Helena departure, Skywest 5871. So long.
Okay, extra. We should be at 60. We should be a lot lower than we are right now. I'm not sure why they haven't vectored us down in altitude. All right, let's get down to 6,700 feet. I don't care what they say. We're gonna start dropping altitude here. Let's go down 1,300 feet. We are at a ground speed of 292, so that's roughly about 1,300 feet for a 3-degree glide slope. Let's get the speed down a bit as well. All right, let's go flaps 1. Arm hour.
Southwest 4219, turn left heading 345, descend and maintain
terrain.
5900.
Left heading 345, descending to maintain 5900, Southwest 4219.
No thanks, bitch. We're just gonna turn right towards the airport.
3723, contact Helena departure on 119.5.
Over to Helena departure on 119.5, Skywest 3723. Southwest 4219, turn right heading 185.
Right heading 185, Southwest 4219.
2,500.
Southwest 4219, traffic at your 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile, at 6,000 Katana.
There's our airport. They fucked us up.
4219.
They didn't do this correct. All right, we're just gonna. We need better vectors. We are actually right over top of the airport, and we are at 6,600 feet. Will you please vector us around again for landing?
Southwest 4219, turn left heading 255.
Left heading 255, Southwest 4219.
Southwest 4219, unable to provide vectors for this approach. Proceed direct to the final approach fix and advise when you have the field or the approach in sight.
How about I just turn you off?
Proceeding direct to the final
All
approach.
right, say intentions is now off. Fuck them. All right, let's climb back up to 7,000 feet. And we'll come around again for this landing here. Yep, typical say intentions. They suck at vectoring you. They really do. I mean, they're good at a lot of things, say intentions, but they suck at vectoring you. Certain airports, they're okay, like big airports, JFK, Los Angeles, San Francisco. But man, these smaller airports, they suck. All right, let's go back up to 9,000 feet, actually. Put our flaps away. And we'll come back up here to lever. Yeah. Yeah, you can fly with other people, Denim, in this game. Yeah, you have to have an active subscription to like Xbox Live and or PlayStation Plus. But yeah, you can fly with other people. At one point, they were talking about being able to like share a cockpit with people. Now that I have not seen yet. I know that should be a thing someday, but it hasn't turned into anything yet. All right, we're gonna start turning around here in a moment. We're about 30 miles out of the airport now. All right, let's start turning around. Let me get this pulled up on Navigraph here on my tablet here. That way I know exactly where we're at. And let's do satellite. All right, so we have this green line here. That's course 303. Yeah, here's our airplane and here's our landing. Go flaps 1. All right, extra, we need to be at 6,700 feet. Let's get down to 6,700. Put our landing gear down. All right, you know what? I'm going to take control of this airplane. All right, my control. Let's get down to landing speed.
$2,500.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Might have to do another go around.
1,000.
We are coming in way fast. Yeah, let's go around again. spin around again. Now, if we were doing an ILS landing, this would have been a lot easier. Or if we would have been vectored right to begin with, but it's all right. We'll get the landing this time. Oh yeah, no shit. All those free airplanes on Flight Sim 2004. I think I remember playing that back in the day. I remember. I don't, you know what? I don't remember. Flight Sim 2004. I'm bringing up, I can't remember if I actually played that game before or not. I don't think I ever did play Flight Sim 2004. All right, we need to land this time. Yeah, I remember the flight sims back then were pretty crazy. I remember that. Like, I remember seeing the graphics back then. Like, I was into games and computers and shit back then, but I really don't recall ever playing that game. But yeah, I remember some of those flight sim games back in, especially like Microsoft and then Flight Sim 2024 or 2004. Back then, 20 years ago, those graphics were really good on those games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, back then there was all kinds of free airplanes you could download. Yeah, I think there's still a bunch of free airplanes you can download now, but it's not like it used to be. That was like the Wild West back then. That was when like Napster was coming out for music and all right, we're going to be turning here in a moment to head back towards the runway. Actually, let's start turning now. Let's get down to 6,700 feet. Turn back again. Go flaps 5. Oh, you know, I should actually, let me set up Sky Dolly real quick. Hang on a second. Oh, I don't want to web search it, motherfucker. Hang on a second. All right, start recording. There we go. Now SkyDial is recording. Put the landing gear back down. Let's finish turning around. Go flaps 10. My control.
2,500.
Flaps 30. Flaps full. Yeah, say intentions, you guys are
1,000.
famous for fucking people up during landings. Your vectoring really sucks. I like the fact that it's AI a little bit. I like the fact that there's a lot of different people you can talk with. I like a lot of the stuff you guys are doing. GSX integration, CPDLC stuff. Like, you guys have a lot of good shit going on, but your vectoring is fucking, it's like first grade level. Like, you guys are half retarded when it comes to vectoring. You guys really need to fix that shit. So many times I've been vectored for landing with you guys, and you put me like 2 miles from the airport. Like, it's crazy.
Sink rate. Pull up. Sink rate.
We're okay. It's still white. If it's white, it's all right. Isn't that what they say?
Sink rate.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Why are we increasing our speed, bitch? I'll take it. I'll take it. We were off center line, but I'll take the softness of it. Yeah, when I was coming down, we were like 5 feet over the ground, and then we started taking back off again. What the fuck is up with that? Like, I should have hit the trim button. I have trim set up, and you can hear it moving now. I just didn't. All right, let's check out this landing.
Airspeed line. Positive rate.
All right, let's go to tower view. Oh, it's even pink up there. No shit. We'll take a look here, and then we'll do tower view. Actually, let's do tower view now, actually. Is it going to give us a good tower? I don't think it is. We're going to have to land here again one day. This is an interesting airport to land at. That's pretty. That can't be the real tower view. Maybe it is. Yeah, these PAPI lights never changed color. They were always white. I would have expected them to turn red at some point, but... I was trying to crab the landing in. My angle was a little off to begin with. Here's where it started taking off again. Oh, we didn't. All right, we didn't touch any wings. All right, that's good. Where's tower view at? Let's see here. Tower view. There we go. Now let's rewind this bitch back a little bit. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, that was cool. God, you know, it's what time is it? The in-game ATC? I don't think the in-game ATC is ever better. Yes, I've landed at Lukla. We could do that right now, actually. Let's land at Lukla now. We'll take off and come in for a landing there. Yeah, no, the in-game ATC I don't think is better. Now, if you were talking about the ATC in X-Plane, yes, I would say the one in X-Plane is better. But yeah, not in this, not here. All right, we could use the ATR. What else could we use to fly into the Lukla here? What's another airplane that they would use there? I just want something quick that we can take off and then land again. Maybe we'll do the... Yeah, maybe we'll do the ATR. Yeah, let's do the ATR. We haven't done one of those in a while. So ATR... Figure. All right, passenger is fine. Livery. Come on, bitch. All right, fuck it. We'll just go with the regular configuration. That's fine. All right, Lukla. Yeah, Lukla's not terribly hard, I don't think, to land at. I think the other airport in this area is way harder to land at. The Paro, that one, I've landed there a few times, but that is a really difficult landing. Yeah, that one at Paro. Woo. Is it Paro? Let me see here. I think it's Paro. Yeah, Paro International in Bhutan, yep. Yeah, Victor, Quebec, Papa Romeo. Yeah, you land on runway 15 there, man. That one is tough because you're coming around mountains. And like, it's like you're like really close to the ground like the whole time you're flying. Whoa, look at that. That's cool. That was dope. All right, I got to make sure my controls are okay before we go anywhere. Oh, is there airplane off? Airplane might be off. All right, give me a second. I need to make sure we have these set up here. All right, so we have, let's see, search by input. That's throttle. Throttle 2. All right, that's, let me turn on the words so I know what buttons are what here real quick. Give me a second here. Ah, condition lever, that's it. Okay, hang on, let me get that set up here. All right, condition lever. I just want condition lever like the whole axis. Six slider Y. All right, that's fine. And condition. Here we go. Condition lever axis right here. All right, that's now set up. All right, let's take off. Brakes on. Let's turn the emergency brake off. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let me turn the words off again. Give me a second. Let's see. Go down here. Let's turn these off again. All right. Let's set our altitude real quick. This to like 12,000, 13,000 feet. That's 11.6. All right, flight director, let's turn this on. Go into heading mode. All right, we're in power mode for takeoff. Let's see here. TRU is not showing yet. All right, now TRU is working. Emergency lights, everything looks good there. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, I don't have my, shit, we gotta do one thing. Hang on a second. Damn it. I've never really flown this with chase plane before. I gotta set. Where's the... Why isn't the yoke popping up? There we go. All right, let's set this as... All right, save, and then shortcut. Let's add that. All right, and then spot view, we are gonna do shortcut. Okay, now we should be okay. right, let's give it some juice. Brakes released. Takeoff power set.
Pull up. 100. Pull up. 50. Don't sink.
Landing gear up. Power management mode. Let's go into managed climb. Put the yaw dampener on. I know, it looks great, doesn't it? The graphics in this game are crazy. All right, let's go autopilot, IAS mode. Go flaps up all the way. Coming in for this landing is not overly difficult. You just need to follow the ravine, really. But landing can be a bit tricky at this place because, I mean, like for me, whenever I've landed here, it looks a lot lower than it really is. All right, let's go into climb power. Go up to all right, let me just pull up Lupla on here. Airplane is not showing it. There we go. Yeah. All right, we can go into cruise power now. And essentially what we're going to be doing is this ravine right here, this river right here, you can really just follow this in till you get to Lupla. We're going to go out a little bit, then we're going to turn around here in a moment. But I believe the ATR is one of the airplanes that it does fly into Lupla. I'm pretty sure. I know there's a couple other propeller planes that they fly in there, but I'm pretty sure that this is one of them. The ATR is a really cool plane. There's a lot of stuff you can do on these screens. You can actually interact on the screens just by clicking on them. All right, we're going to turn around here in a moment. We're going to come up here and turn around. Let me just put the VFR. there's our... Okay, let's start turning around. I got the river right in my sight here on the tablet here, on my iPad. I gotta fix one thing with the settings real quick. Give me a second here. My trim is, the trim wheel is messed up. It's backwards. All right, there we go. I should turn the clouds off so we can see the ground better, but that's no fun. Give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. Just getting ready to pick up the river here. I think Area 51 is on here. Pretty sure of it. Oh shit! I'm staring at the chat. I'm not even not even watching where we're flying. Yeah, I think Area 51 is on here. All right. The ravine we need to go to is over here. And actually, I do need to fix... That trim was actually set correct before. Let me just get that. Yeah, I think Area 51 is on here. I don't know how much detail is on there, but yeah, they do have Area 51. Okay, so here's the... Okay, so you can kind of see the river right here. This is the river we need to follow in. We are off target. I probably should have set Lukla as the destination before we took off, instead of just like jumping in and going. I think we'll be okay. Once I get lined up on this river again, we'll be okay. Doing better now. Get past this little peak here.
Terrain.
That should be Lukla right up there on our right-hand side there. Yep, that's Lukla right there. Oh, I should be recording this actually, so we can play it back. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Hopefully, we'll make an actual landing the first attempt here. Hopefully, it'll just be one attempt. Another really interesting airport to land at like this is in France. It's called Courchevel. If you're not familiar with that one, maybe if we land this the first attempt, then maybe we'll go to Courchevel and try it out. No, bitch! Oh, son of a bitch, we were so close. We were so close. All right, let's try this again. We were so close. I think you can see the nuke craters and all that. Yeah, maybe we'll check that out one night. We'll do a little tour of Area 51 and some other places. Damn!
Pull up. 100. 53. Don't sink.
All right, landing gears up. Might just fly this bitch by hand. All right, y'all dampener on. Yeah, that landing is very deceiving at Lukla. Like I said, it looks a lot lower than it really is. I want to say it's like around 7,000 feet. I have to look at it again. I forget the... All right, MCT speed. It's hard. It's hard to land at. Yeah, it's a hard. It is. It's one of the hardest ones out there. I mean, that's why they always say this one's hard. That you're coming in a little ravine to a little postage stamp runway. That there's no room for error. If you have an error, you're just going to crash into the village. All right, we'll go out, spin around, and then come back in here in a minute. It's such a fun thing to do, flying in these simulators. Like, the people that don't like doing this, I don't know, man. Y'all are something wrong with you guys. Especially when you have a yoke and like an actual system. I really want to try that new controller that is it Honeycomb came out with? I want to say it's Honeycomb, where it's got like all the levers on the controller, a trim wheel. I mean, it's got a lot of cool shit. I forget who makes it. All right, we're gonna go out, spin around here in a moment. Yeah, let's go to Kangal Donda Airport, spin around, and then we'll come back in and see if we can land this bitch. Which we can. We've landed plenty of times at Lupa. It's just, it's a very difficult airport to just jump in and land at, especially if you haven't landed there in a long time. I'd really like to figure out again how high that airport is. Let me see here. Hey Siri, what's the altitude of Lukla Airport in Nepal? Okay, so it's 93.30. Okay, thanks. All right, so it's almost 10,000 feet. Okay, so maybe that is... All right, turn off Siri. Close Siri. All right, let's spin around. Put our power into cruise mode. Now, of course, if we had like the right weight and the right fuel and all that, maybe landing would have been a little easier that last time. All right, we're currently at 177 kilovolt power. All right, this is the river we should be on right now. I kind of want to put the HUD up on the outside. But you know what? Let me do that. Because I like flying on the outside here. Let me put the HUD up real quick. I don't usually do this because it takes away the, I guess, the realisticness of it, but I at least want to kind of have a little bit of a gauge on what my airspeed is and all that. landing gear down. Come around this bend here. Should see Lupla starting to pop up on the side here. Yep. I think that's it right up here. Mainly just going to be visual for the landing because I don't know what the pressure is here. Like, I still have real world weather and everything turned on, so we'll be okay though. All right, there's Lupla right there. Yep, there's Lupla right off our port side there, starboard side, whatever side that is. Starboard side. All right, let's turn the yaw dampener off. Flaps full. Here we go. Round two. Going to takeoff power. Boy, lining up on this thing is pretty tough, man. Well, especially when it's all visual. I guess if I had a flight plan set and I had like a line to follow, it might be a little easier. Oh, I was so close!
20.
All right, well, we got to go around one more time. We got to try it one last time. We got to try it one last time. We got to. I think we'll get it this time. Let me see what it's saying that the height of this airport is. Okay, so it is 9337. All right. Damn. All right, we'll get it this time. We were so close. So close. All right, break off. Give us some juice. Takeoff power set. Gear up.
Pull up. 200, don't sink.
All right, round 3. This is going to be the good one. We're going to get it this time. All right, flaps up. Put our power management into, we'll just put it in climb mode now. Damn, that sucks. We were so close. Actually, both times we were pretty close. Pretty close both times to landing that thing. I have a hard time visually lining up on that airport. Maybe because I haven't practiced enough to really like get good at it, but like I wonder how they do their training for this airport. You know what I mean? Like when you're becoming a pilot and you're in this area and you're landing at Paro or Lukla and all that, like, is it in a flight simulator, like big airlines, or is it like, you know, they just kind of throw you to the wolves and they're like, all right, well, you know, crash. Make sure you make peace with with God before you go. All right, let's come out here again and spin around. Power management, let's put that on cruise. Yaw dampener on. Come out here and spin around like we've been doing. Out to this airport, spin around again. Boy, if you're in a silver airliner out here, you are really off the mark. Being that silver really flies from like Florida to the Bahamas, like that's its route. It usually flies all over Florida and then to the Bahamas, maybe to Key West too, but. If you see a silver airline out here, man, you are way. They must have gone through some sort of portal or some sort of like you know, different dimension. All right, let's turn around. We don't tip over too far. Right at about 200 knots. right. Let's nail this landing this time so we can end the stream. I can take a piss, eat some dinner. Maybe not in that order, but no, it'll probably be in that order, actually. I'm an old man. I've been holding my shit for a while now. Got to take a piss. DRU's not on. Wonder if that had anything to do with us not landing properly. Probably not. Right now I'm just looking for any excuse to offset why we had two horrible landings. Maybe just because we're a real internet pilot and we're flying into Lucca. Like probably the hardest airport to land at in the world. I tell you, another really cool landing is landing at Aspen. If you've never tried landing at Aspen before, that's fun. And then once you get comfortable with it, try doing it in like a blizzard. We did that one time. That was so much fun. And we buttered the landing, by the way. If I remember right, I think that was one of the smoothest landings we ever had at Aspen, was in that blizzard. We did not see the ground until we were like 100 feet over the ground. Like, we didn't see... It was crazy. That was a really cool landing, actually. I don't remember what we were flying. Was it a PC? No, it was the Textron Cessna Longitude, I think. I think it was a Longitude. All right, let's go flaps down. Put our landing gear down. There's Lucla. It just popped up on the screen. Flaps 2. Turn the yaw dampener off. Put our power management back in takeoff mode. One more level for flaps. Oh yeah, Delta pilots, shit. If you're flying, yeah, dude, they can make some really good money. If you're flying a 777 or a long-haul flight, you can make some big money. If you're flying like a little regional jet, like an Embraer or a CRJ, maybe even Southwest pilots make pretty good money too. Back in the day when I was in the car business, I remember meeting a couple pilots that worked for Southwest. They were pilots back in like the mid-2000s, like 2005, 2010, somewhere in that area. Dude, those guys are making like $12,000, $15,000 a month. Flying for Southwest, yeah, you can make real good money being an airline pilot. flaps full. Same issue. Every time, almost every time I land here, I have such a hard time lining up on this runway. What? Man, that's one way of landing. Let's check out that replay. We'll check out Area 51 real quick, too, see what's out there. Couple more times practicing, we'd have this thing down, especially if we had a flight plan set up where we can actually follow an actual flight plan instead of just doing it visually and off Navigraph. Can't believe we rolled over like that, man. What's up with that? It's because they don't like pink airplanes. Oh, we hit the building, that's why. Look at that, dancing. We danced our way to the parking spot. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. You don't see too often where your vertical rate is positive on a landing. That's that takes some skill right there. All right, let's check out. Let me see what airport is close to Area 51. Hey Siri, what's the closest airport to Area 51? All right, that didn't work. All right, let me do this here. All right. Fuck that thing. Jesus Christ. Where's Reno? I know it's like just north of Reno or something like that. See here. Closest airport to Area 51. All right, Alamo Landing Field is the closest. Oh, Hominy Airport. We just saw Hominy. Where was Hominy at? What is it? L92? All right, and then where is... Hang on, let me look on a map and see exactly where Area 51 is. Hang on, let me get this pulled up here. It's in Alamo. Okay, so where's the Hominy? It's right next to Hominy Airport. So Area 51's got to be like over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right next to Hominy Airport. All right, let's pick a different airplane out. Actually, maybe we'll just do a, let's try a glider. All right, let's see what they show now. If it sucks, we'll just take off from Hominy and just fly around for a few minutes. Oh yeah, I don't think this is going to work. This is going to be too close to the ground. All right, let's just take off from Hominy. Cannot exit the aircraft. What? All right, let's go back. Let's just take a small little Cessna or something. You know, I guess I could fly a helicopter. That's a pretty cool looking one. But let's fly the, yeah, let's fly the Bell. I always like flying the Bell. All right, so it should be northwest of us from Hominy. More west than north, but let me just set up a couple of things real quick here. Hang on, let me see what the collective is. Oh, that's collective, huh? That's throttle. Mixture. Oh, we don't need mixture. What? Hang on a second. One second, let me just get rid of this one button here. Okay. Now we should be okay. Hang on, let me restart real quick. Oh, I don't even have, wait a minute. Huh. I guess I can't use, alright. I guess I can't use the helicopter. Let me try restarting, but it doesn't look like I can use it with, chase plane. If this doesn't work, we'll just take a, little airplane. Oh, you know what we need to set up? Hang on. I need to make sure that, okay, photogrammetry is on. Okay, that's fine. Why are we losing power? Collective's not even working. Huh. Alright, we'll just use an airplane. I don't know why the collective's not working. That's so weird. Actually, you know what? Let me try this one last time. Because I've flown helicopters with this system before. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time tonight. It's giving me a hard time because I'm trying to use it. That's the problem. Alright, that works. Yeah, we are losing power. That is so weird. All right, we're just going to use a little Cessna. Fuck it. If I was using my Xbox controller, it'd be fine, but this yoke system is not too good with, I guess, these little helicopters. Here, let's just take a little. Nothing study level. Let's just get in something and just fly around for a few minutes. Here, we'll fly this one here. Yeah, Xbox controller, we would have been over Area 51 already. we would have been just fine. I don't think they want us to fly tonight. I don't think they do, because not even this one, the engine's now off. And we are not having any luck with these little airplanes. All right, you know what? Let's just go to the little Cessna. Jesus, man. What is going on with these airplanes tonight, man? Here we go. We'll just do this. Here, we'll do this one here. 408. All right, hope this works. If this don't work, I'm gonna give up. I'll be like, we're done. See y'all tomorrow. They really don't want us to see it. That is true. They're like, man, there's like 3 people watching this motherfucker tonight. Like, we do not want these guys to see what digital Area 51 looks like. They're gonna see all kinds of digital aliens and all kinds of weird shit. We cannot let them see that. All right, let's save and let's. Let me make sure we have the right controls here. This should be set for mixture. All right, now we should be good. I gotta make sure one button is not programmed real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, good. That's not programmed yet. What? Oh, wrong button. That's why. let's turn around to the north. What is that saying there? Oh, generators are off? Oh, no shit. Not anymore, bitch. Now they're on. I'm surprised it would let us take off with That's weird. I wonder why they would let us take off like that. Now, I believe this is Boris Audio Works as well, if I remember right. I think Boris does the sound on this too. So Area 51 should be out this way. We're going northwest right now. Yeah, this should be out this way somewhere. Like right here, actually, I think. I know, that's still the airport. Okay. It's over here a little bit. You know what? I wonder if there's a waypoint around Area 51. Let me go to Navigraph real quick and look this up. Should be somewhere around here. Yeah, it's pretty close. I thought there was some stuff out here that you could see. I could have sworn that at one point there was like some stuff for Area 51 you could see. But maybe not. Could be wrong. Siri, is Area 51 near any kind of butt or peak? Okay, the closest is Tickaboo Peak. I'm trying to find Tickaboo Peak right now. Yeah, I don't see Tickaboo Peak anywhere. Let me see if I can find it in maps here. Tickaboo Peak. Yeah, I think if we were going to see it, it'd be over here somewhere. Yeah. All right, let's fly out here just a little bit. See if we can see anything. I don't think we're going to see anything. But it should be right around here somewhere. Let's see if Navigraph has Area 51 at all. Oh shit. Yeah, they don't have Area 51 listed anywhere here. That sucks. Nope. No Area 51 for us to look at. Unless this is it right here. Maybe this is it. Could probably park and just get out and run around. I thought at one point they had a like a spaceship or a saucer out here somewhere. I could have sworn they put something like that out here. Yep. As good looking as the ground is here, there's definitely not the no flying saucers or anything. All right. Guess that's about it then. I'm gonna get out of here. There's no, I'll do some digging and see if I can find anything for area. I don't think there is an Area 51 that we can really see. That sucks. All right, well, tomorrow when we come back, we are gonna be flying the MD-11. If you guys are not familiar with that aircraft, this is it right here. This triple engine fun plane we're going to be flying from TFDI. We're going to be flying a real FedEx flight. I did set up, say, intentions to be able to autonomous checklist, not checklist, but like if I say flaps 5 or flap 0, they'll do it. If I say like landing lights off, they can do that. Like I went in, I showed you guys how to do that last night. But yeah, we're going to do that and probably either the Piper 28 on X-Plane or a regular Q400 flight. We haven't done a Q400 in a little while, so yeah, we're gonna do that too. But yeah, that's about it, my friends. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go check out Phil for a while and get on Rumble and I don't know, maybe have a little fun. I haven't been on Raw Phil in a long time. It's been really since he gave up since he decided to ban raw fill from the face of the earth. Yeah, I really have not checked him out at all. But yeah, we're gonna check out a little bit tonight. I think it's about time to get in there and start throwing some mud Phil's way. He deserves it. He deserves it. All right, my friends, I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. That's about it. Have a good Monday, and I will see you next time, my friends. See ya.